Hey folks, I hope that you are all doing well. We are taking a look at your weekly energies. This week we're taking a look at April 3rd through the 9th. I'm going to take a look at water signs first, and then everybody else I'm going to get you in just a second. But water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Let's take a look at what you've got as far as your weekly energies for the 3rd through the 9th of April. From the bottom of the deck, you've got the Magician. You have the power to leave behind a conflict that isn't serving you anymore. And actually, if you don't leave this conflict behind, the universe is going to come up behind you and it's going to end the situation for you. So this week, water signs, and you might have some earth energy in your birth chart. I just wanted to say earth just a second ago. You are absolutely being asked to leave something behind here. This situation doesn't serve you anymore. All it does is create conflict, but I understand that it might be a bit of a struggle for water signs this week to leave this situation behind. But I do see bad karma not headed to you directly, but it's going to be hitting you because you're collateral damage. The karma is actually hitting a person around you or multiple people around you. To some degree, it might be hitting you personally as well. Take it as it resonates. The universe wants you to let this situation go. Get away as fast as you possibly can because the universe is exacting justice. We do have the Justice card here, and it's in reverse right next to the Temperance card, which is also in reverse. The universe has had enough of this situation. It's ending it, and you would be well advised, water signs, to move now into your Page of Cups. Page of Cups, yes, and Page of Wands energy as well. And it's time to do something new for yourself. The best thing that you can do for yourself, which is in alignment with your highest good. Take that as it resonates, but a therapist would absolutely be fantastic in this kind of situation. Kind of keep your cards close to your chest here. Keep your earthly resources close to you. Keep your enemies closer in this case, because this person looks like they're terribly destructive. If they got the Justice card in reverse, then they're bringing in all kinds of negative karma, especially with Temperance in reverse. Maybe be cautious about your finances this week, water signs, especially because you are starting something new. You might need to have like a small nest egg, a little bit of a savings in order to get into this new era. Yeah, the most loving thing for yourself to do right now is to keep money to yourself, maybe even keep it secret from the person that you're letting go of. If you're in a marriage relationship, if you're in a roommate situation, if you're in a long-term partner situation, these are circumstances that ask you to keep secrets from your partner while you're in the process of leaving. That's the most loving thing you can do for yourself. Yeah, again, if you don't stop the situation, the universe is going to stop this for you. I can see that you are deeply conflicted about moving on. There might be still some feelings of attachment, like you want to help this person. The universe wants you to know that you cannot help this person, that it's currently trying to teach this person lessons. There is nothing you can do to help this person learn their lessons. That person needs to decide to do that for themselves. You need to instead fill up your cup of love, and you need to hang out with the universe for just a little bit. Listen to the lessons that the downloads that it has to give you, and let's see what happens next. Do you move forward? No. You nurture yourself. Exactly. You nurture yourself, your earthly resources. If you have any kids, you'll nurture them. You'll be, and again, there's no gender in tarot, you'll be an awesome nurturing parent to them. But first and foremost, you need to take care of you and your situation. Yeah, you want to celebrate going into this Queen of Pentacles energy because it's awesome. You have the Four of Wands here. It's the beginning of a new era. Even if you're leaving a real struggle behind, this might be a good time to reach to therapy, just because leaving a situation behind can bring about a tremendous amount of guilt, and water signs don't need to be in that energy. They need to be celebrating moving into a new era instead. So you have the King of Swords here in reverse and Judgment here in reverse. Avoiding moving on, not listening to spirit, is part of what there's a risk this week that you folks miss a judgment call from the universe, and you don't take a step towards developing into being the ultimate master of how you communicate with yourself, how you think, how you strategize about situations. The universe is offering you an opportunity to become the King of Swords, but right now it's in reverse. It may be that you are blocking out the calls from the universe to become this awesome person who's in your highest good as the King of Swords. And again, there is no gender in tarot. This can be for anyone regardless of their gender. Yeah, you're afraid to take a leap. I see that you have here the Fool in reverse. You may just be flat out burned and you're tired of this situation. You're exhausted. This bad karma may be genuinely exhausting for you. And you may not want to take a leap of faith, and yet the universe still wants you to move forward into this new energy, even if it feels like you're just really stepping completely out of your comfort zone. You have here the Knight of Wands in reverse. You don't want to explore, and I can see that. You're not willing to take action at this point. Be cautious of staying too long in place. There is the potential for your flame, so to speak, if we're going to go with the Wands energy. There is that potential for your energy to die out. And then there's a possibility that you might go back into the situation where there's a tremendous amount of conflict that just never ends. You want to walk away from it, but at the same time, walking away from it means walking into a new future that you're just not sure about at all. And you're not excited about this. You do want to walk away, at the same time, you don't. You want to get out of the situation, but you don't necessarily want to face your future. And this is about you coming into alignment with yourself. This isn't necessarily about romantic partnerships, and in this read, it isn't. This is about bringing your masculine and feminine energies together under one roof, and that is you. When I look at the Lovers, I tend to think of the Empress and the Emperor energy together on one card, because normally they're on separate cards completely. This is the one circumstance where they are together on one card. I would like to see water signs upgrade themselves, choose to go with the flow of the universe and upgrade themselves into being the Lovers upright. Yep, there we go. You are the Empress. You are the Emperor, all in one. You complete yourself. You don't need anyone else to complete you. This might mean that you need to leave partnerships behind that you never thought you would leave behind. You might be deeply committed to this person that you're getting a divorce from. The other way that you can interpret this Lover's card is that you are being asked to get a divorce, basically, from the universe, because this isn't serving you anymore. You're not attracted to each other anymore. This is a relationship that is barely functioning, but it's not functioning based on love anymore. It's literally functioning on habit. And I see water signs really, really struggling to take that step into getting a divorce, breaking it up officially territory. Yeah, you feel out of balance. You are navigating a situation and you are not sure at all what to do first. You might be completely overwhelmed. You're already juggling regular earthly resources, and now you have got a task on top of that you really need to wipe out. The universe says it's time to end this situation and move the hell forward. And you're struggling with this. You have the Hierophant in reverse, which is also, again, I connect that to a marriage partnership breaking up. Also, I see this as you avoiding what the universe wants to offer you as far as lessons, as far as guidance. You're afraid of bad news. Well, honestly, we don't know what kind of news is coming in from the universe, but for you folks, you do have a lot of stuff. There goes that. But you are avoiding the Hierophant at this point. You don't want to learn what the Hierophant has to teach. And I'm afraid, water signs, that there is the risk that you're just kind of stuck in place with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You don't want to move forward, and so you don't. When we pulled out the Magician earlier, that is about you wanting to leave. And that's also about you having all the tools within yourself that you need to leave this situation and start taking care of your highest good. But you honestly may not feel like that, and it makes you incredibly unhappy. This is contributing to your unhappiness when you avoid the lessons that the universe wants to pass on to you, regardless of how painful they are. You become your own worst enemy. You defeat your own happiness when you choose not to listen to what the universe has to say about your situation. You're unhappy. You're missing opportunities from the universe. You've got cups flying past you quickly. Sometimes you come in contact with a cup barely, and then it flies away because you hesitated for too long. It's almost like you take satisfaction in burdens, in carrying other people's burdens. I'll bet that's exactly what's going on here. That's where you find your happiness, is hauling around other people's burdens, because then you feel like you're being useful to people. And at the same time, it brings you tremendous anxiety because the universe doesn't want you to be the mule for other people's burdens. The universe has much bigger, much greater plans for you than that. And of course, with that Knight of Swords energy, you are worth, with the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, I don't have it here right now, but you are worth much, much more, and the universe wants you to see that. Knight of Swords is about you feeling the tension that comes from you continuing to try to do what the universe doesn't want you to do. Also, avoiding the end of this relationship. You might still be holding a candle for this person simply because of memories of the good times that you remember, for instance, and not based on anything going forward, and definitely not based on the circumstances. The universe is punishing this person that's in your life. The karma that's hitting you is the collateral damage, or you are part of that collateral damage, I should say. Getting away from the situation, getting into your Magician energy is what you need right now in order to have the best week possible. Water signs. Those are all the messages from Spirit for you this week. Please take care of yourselves. Please reach out to therapy. No tarot reading done by anyone is ever a replacement for professionals, lawyers, therapists, whatever have you. Take care, okay? Fire signs, I hope that you're all having a great week. We are looking at the energies from April 3rd through the 9th. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, you've got the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So you are using your intuition and your inner strength in order to bring about healing and a new future for yourself. You have finished exploring your shadow self, and now you're willing to move into new energies. Very, very slowly. And you're letting go of this Nine of Swords energy. These birds are flying away from you, folks. You don't need to worry about this burden anymore. Okay, so you're working hard on becoming this person who welcomes new opportunities, wears their heart on their sleeve, so to speak, but intuits when it's a good time to protect that heart. Kind of put it under a little shield, if you will, and when to bring it out for people to see. Because you have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups together and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a process that you're learning from. Ultimately, you are protecting your inner child, and you are going through a healing process when you do this wonderful stuff. Having the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups working together is a fantastic energy. It's awesome. You are healing yourself, and you're looking forward on to awesome new things, new mysteries. I see these fire signs who this resonates with as being comfortable with ambiguities. They're able to entertain them and work with them for a while. That's awesome. And you are working on to a new way of thinking with this Nine of Swords in reverse. You might be in the habit of being anxious, but the universe is saying here, you can start working your way away from that because it's not necessary anymore. Before, you were on high alert, and now you don't need to be. Be careful, fire signs, this week that you listen extremely closely to your intuition when it comes to an obstacle in your journey. So you have the High Priestess here and the Chariot here in reverse, which tells me that you don't see something headed your way, something that could temporarily stop your journey. And again, we have this Knight of Pentacles upright. You're still moving forward, but there is the risk that something could stop you this week. And it's the dissolution of a collaboration. So it could be a job, it could be a career, it could be a business partnership that falls apart. But you may not necessarily see this coming, fire signs, right now. If you tap into your intuition, if you tap into the universe, and with this Queen of Cups, I really hope that you do so, fire signs. But if you do that, you're more likely to be able to see how exactly you want to deal with this obstacle. Do you want to destroy the obstacle? Do you want to go around it? Do you want to go over it? It's going to be completely up to you. But something about your Three of Pentacles situation, something that you have been, you've been working on something together with somebody, maybe a project, maybe you're just been hanging out a lot with these people. Something about them is stopping you. Whatever it is, they see all these upgrades that you're getting across life because you've been working so hard. And so these people that you thought were on your side actually aren't. These people that were supposed to be collaborating with you, working with you, pulling the load, so to speak, actually don't celebrate, don't like it at all when you are successful. So that is unfortunately your problem. And fire signs, you may not see that coming. There may be people around you that you thought were close to you, would celebrate your successes, and they aren't. They won't. You have the Queen of Swords here in reverse. There is the possibility that there is someone in your circle who is a deeply cutting individual. This might be you, fire signs. Take it as it resonates. You might be working your way to becoming high vibing, but if you are high vibing, this might be someone in your energy who is kind of monstrous with their words, with how they say stuff. They might be strategizing towards their selfish benefit, towards self-medication and not towards self-help, if that makes any sense. This Queen of Swords is a pretty cold person. They aren't celebrating you, your successes, and this person might have been why this collaboration fell apart. And yet, you are the Emperor, and you are victorious over this Queen of Swords. You are the Emperor, and you are in charge of taking away all the illusions, all the untruths that you have kind of picked up over the course of your relationship with this person, over the course of this collaboration. You, with being the King of Swords upright, and I hope that you can be, you can cut through all those lies that you've kind of carried around that don't serve you anymore. They're obsolete. Yeah, it's time to move on from these things, and you as the Emperor are perfectly capable of doing this. It is going to take a new way of thinking. You are going to have to think logically in new ways that maybe you're not accustomed to. This may also be about kind of keeping your cards close to your chest while you are in the process of moving away. It may be that you don't let people know that you're moving away at all. You just leave. and they're just kind of left with you gone, right? You just literally ghost their asses, right? That might be that kind of situation. You might be exploring this and seeing what it is you can do in order to bring in your best future into your life. You're definitely being encouraged to do this week, to kind of go beneath the surface of your partnerships, whether they are friends, family members, romantic partners, business partners, co-workers, that kind of thing. It doesn't matter what's going on beneath the surface. How can you protect yourself and the journey that you're on? We ultimately don't want that chariot to stop, as little as possible anyway. You also have the King of Wands here in reverse. There may be a Queen of Swords and a King of Wands in your way, and also you could be your own worst enemy in this regard. Fire signs. You may be kind of looking forward to the future, daydreaming about it, but kind of hesitating on acting on it. With the King of Wands, and also Queen of Wands energy, you may just need to get back in touch with your magical abilities, get back in touch with your psychic, your intuitive abilities, get back in touch with the universe, with your magical side of yourself, in order to level up into the upright King of Swords, who is then able to teach other people how to be that Queen of Swords energy, how to use your magical abilities, your intuitive abilities, that kind of thing. Yep, it's going to take a process. It's going to be a process to grow into this King of Swords, also King of Swords energy, the ultimate master of how you think, how you speak to others, how you speak to yourself, that kind of thing. This is going to be a process where you very gradually grow your energy as the King of Wands upright. That's going to be a process, and part of the way that you grow is by giving back to others, giving back to the universe. If the universe guides you to give to a situation, you should. So you have plenty to give here. You've actually been growing a lot. You've been really fruitful because you've been working so hard on your journey, and even getting away from these collaborations that don't serve you. You're still working hard. So continue that. Continue to give back to the universe. You will come into your own as the Empress. There is no gender in tarot, but you will come back into your own as the Empress. You will give birth to all kinds of new wonderful things if you grow this. Empress energy is all the queens in perfect balance, all upright. Yeah, you're going to take back what was taken away from you. This collaboration has stolen a lot of energy from you. It may have been that these people stole intellectual ideas from you. Fire signs. You have a lot of water energy going on in your chart, so double check your birth chart and see what kinds of energies you have flowing through you. But this week, you are being asked to level up into the King of Cups energy, the person who feels their emotions, names them easily, is comfortable with them, but doesn't allow them to overwhelm them, but is also a safe harbor for other people and their emotions. I see you going through a heartbreak this week that is going to show you how valuable you truly are. You have the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles here all at once. It is going to take a heartbreak for you folks to appreciate how incredibly valuable you are to yourself, to other people. It's going to show you how much the universe loves you. And I know that that's kind of, it's kind of an opposite kind of a situation. How would a heartbreak level me up? But in this case, if you vibe with the universe, if you flow with what your spirit guides want you to do in this case, you will level up into this Nine of Pentacles energy where you are safe, happy, on your own, and well taken care of. You don't need the Three of Pentacles anymore because you are good on your own with the Nine of Pentacles. Upright. Fire signs. That was a powerful reading. I hope that you have a great week this week. Please take care. Air signs, I hope that you are all doing well. We're taking a look at your energies for the week of April 3rd through the 9th. On the bottom of the deck, air signs, you have the Three of Cups. You have the Hermit in reverse, and you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Air signs, it may be that some hard work that you had done on a relationship has kind of fallen apart. You worked hard. You were ready to come out of your shell, so to speak. You were ready to have a conversation, and this kind of got thrown back in your face for whatever reason. Something about this Three of Cups situation is dramatic, is loud. Right now, air signs, I see that you've got some unhappiness this week. You've got the Nine of Cups here in reverse too. This would be about counting your blessings in the sense that while some stuff is going on, it would be the little things that you're grateful for these days. I do see you going through kind of a difficult situation here. It feels like this is the burden that will never end for some air signs. It's like you can't work hard enough to get away from this situation, and still you're kind of stuck with this. There's something about this Knight of Cups. Okay, you've been burned. This would go back to this Three of Cups situation. You tried to wear your heart on your sleeve and you got burned. Air signs. And here's the High Priestess. High Priestess sees all of this going on and says, these are symptoms of a circumstance that need to change, and it's time to think differently, to strategize differently, to speak differently to yourself and to others. You might need to keep this to yourself for a while you let your new way of thinking about yourself grow and about your new way of thinking about your situation. I'm getting some Ten of Swords energy here, like there was a betrayal and that this was a tremendous shock. And I gotta say that this air energy is different from what I encountered last week. I see air signs really struggling with moving forward into a new era. You've got the Page of Swords here and the Two of Wands here, both in reverse. I feel like you're kind of stumbling through this situation in the sense that it caught you completely off guard. You didn't expect these people to throw you completely out of your comfort zone like this. With the Hermit in reverse, you have been thrown out of your comfortable spot. You don't know how to deal with this. A lot of your hard work has been upended. It may have been air signs that you welcomed some people back into your life who didn't need to be back into your life. You may have felt badly for this person. They may have been kind of persistent when maybe they knocked on your door. Maybe they called you, they texted you a lot, and you just couldn't ghost them. You didn't want to. And now these people are coming back in your life and they're making you miserable. They're increasing your burden. They're making you work harder than you have to. They're shooting the Knight of Cups as he's coming through with his heart on his sleeve. They're shooting at him. Your Three of Cups people are. The universe, air signs, wants you to become the King of Wands this week. They want you to be the person who stands up and says, I've had enough. I'm going my own way. This might mean that, I don't feel like you've been taking energies for yourself. You've been allowing people to take those energies away from you when really you needed to keep energy to yourself, earthly resources to yourself. This could be about money, or this could be about literally your physical space. Like somebody comes back into your house or your apartment that you didn't really want, but you kind of felt bad for them. You're not taking care of yourself. You have the Empress here in reverse. Your queens are not in alignment. You're not vibing with your intuition, even though the High Priestess is trying to get in touch with you here, is asking you to think differently. You are going to need to take care of your creative, intuitive, emotive self here. And there is no gender in tarot. But at this point, the Empress is not able to take care of herself. She needs to come back into who she is as the ruler of her kingdom, and she's not there right now. Yeah, people have been taking stuff away from you consistently for a long, long time. You've been out of your zone as the ruler of your own life, of your own abilities now, because people have been taking those energies away from you. It looks like there's a Queen of Swords here, air energy. It looks like there's another Queen of Swords here who is challenging you and who has been taking these objects away from you, who has been objects. They could be objects, they could be using their words, their logic against you because they don't like you, because they don't want to see you in this Empress energy, because that would mean that you're better than them, so to speak, okay? And I don't mean that literally, but that means that you've evolved to be in a higher space, to be reaching for your highest good a little bit more quickly than this Queen of Swords is. You also have the Emperor here in reverse. Both your Empress and your Emperor are here in reverse. You need to become the master, the ruler of all aspects of your life, and this is a process. This Queen of Swords doesn't want you to see, doesn't want to see you go down this road, doesn't want you to grow into this wonderful person who is both the Emperor and the Empress all in one. I would love to see my air signs go into lover's energy, where you have both the Emperor and the Empress appearing on that card together. And I know that's not the traditional interpretation, but it is for me. I see both the Emperor and the Empress appearing on the Lover's card. And in this case, it would be about unity. In this case, it's about disunity. You are not in alignment with yourself. I'm feeling Five of Pentacles. Yeah, lack mindset. That is part of this, right? But I was also going to say Five of Wands energy in reverse. You have a lot of inner conflict about this. But a lack mindset, I can't do this, is absolutely self-defeating. You are your own worst enemy. You can be your own worst enemy in that department. And when you are your own worst enemy, your journey stops. You can't move forward anymore. It's already slow going to become the Emperor and the Empress all in one. That's already a really, really hard work kind of journey. But here you're stopped because this situation has really, really thrown you for a loop. This Three of Cups energy, this isn't just dramatic. This is spiritual warfare kind of dramatic. Yeah, you've got your hands around your throat, so to speak, with the Eight of Swords in reverse. You continue to believe lies. Again, this will be coming from the Three of Cups people. You continue to believe these people's lies, even though you know them to be lies. You want to believe them because you want to believe the best of them. You remember, again, you have good memories of this person. You want to see the good stuff from them again, but they're not displaying it. And the universe notices this. The universe is bringing balance back to the situation. If you're not able to do it, the universe will do it for you. And it might suck because the universe is asking you to leave these people behind once and for all. You may really not want to. You may want to continue to work with these people. And it's not at all loving to continue to work with these people. You are loving yourself by vibing with the universe and going with the flow. Okay, it's time to let these people go. It's time to let these habits go. These people aren't serving me. They're not serving themselves. So why are they in my life? Air signs, you've got to flow with the universe. I'm getting some stagnant energy from you folks. We cannot deal with stale air. We die. Humans die with stale air. We need flowing, oxygenated, beautiful air. And right now I feel like you are stuck because you want to believe the best of this person. You want to trust this person is working hard to be their best version of themselves, but they're not. The universe wants to guide you onto a Ten of Pentacles situation, something that is far better than anything you ever left behind, anything that you could have ever imagined. The universe wants to graduate you onto something awesome with this Ten of Pentacles energy, but first you must be able to start out as the Page of Pentacles. You need to be willing to start a new project. That means you need to start a new business, start a new job, move, something like that. But something about your environment, about how you take care of your earthly body, something about that needs to change in order for you to come into your own with that Ten of Pentacles energy. And you're going to need to do it deliberately. You have here the Eight of Wands in reverse alongside the Page of Pentacles. This is going to take time in order for you to start new habits about taking care of yourself and your earthly resources, your body, for instance. That's going to take time. That's in reverse. And you might really, really struggle this week coming into your own as King of Pentacles energy, because you just can't let the past go. It may be that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself with these new opportunities coming in. You say, oh, I'm not smart enough for all that kind of stuff. That's for somebody else. You can educate yourself and become this person who says, I'll take what I've learned from the past and move on to the future with it. Hell, it's my future. I'll do what the hell I want with it. I definitely feel like with air signs that they need to come into an empowerment angle this week. You have the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. There's change headed your way, air signs, that might be a little bit painful. You are being asked to stop this particular relationship because it is well past its expiration date. And in fact, because we've been holding on, air signs who are working on becoming high vibing, air signs who are working on becoming high vibing have been avoiding this change, this breakup for a while. They welcomed a person back in that the universe tried to take out. And now the universe is saying, we need to teach you a lesson. Unfortunately, no, we are going to stop you here with the Four of Swords in reverse, and we're going to put a moratorium on any opportunities coming your way for the time being if you're not going to get into your King of Pentacles energy. You absolutely have everything within yourself, air signs, that you need to in order to move forward into your highest good. But this week, I see there being a little bit of a struggle because these people in your life that were supposed to have left, that you brought back in, or you came back in and you just said, yeah, I guess so. There still needs to be a cleansing. There still needs to be a washing out. It's not over just because they want things to be over, just because you want things to be over. You need to move away from these people. You need to move into a new existence. And air signs, you might need to do it as silently as possible in order to make your life as low-key, as relaxed as possible. Please reach out to therapy, air signs, to lawyers, to accountants, to whoever you need to do in order to make this work for you, for your highest good, ultimately. Be selfish in this case. Get away from these people because they don't like you and they don't want to see you coming into your own as the Emperor and the Empress all in one together on one card with the Lovers. They don't want to see that. They don't like you. Air signs, please take care of yourselves this week. I'll see you later. Earth signs, I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you had a good week last week. We're taking a look at the energies that you've got coming up for the week of April 3rd through the 9th. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Five of Cups in reverse. Not in reverse, excuse me. It should be in reverse. It would be great if you were to move on into your own. Earth signs, you're regretting something about you not using the abilities that you have been blessed with by the universe, by your spirit guides. You have not been using these abilities, and now you're at an impasse. You don't know what choice to make. But keep in mind that this isn't a permanent energy at all. That you as the magician have all the tools within yourself that you need in order to move into your highest good, in order to move into great decision making. Regrets are okay for a while, but don't stay there forever, Earth signs. Move into an era where you make choices, no problem. You clear those birds away, you make a choice. You don't need other people to tell you what choices are best, because you are the magician and you have everything you need within yourself to make great choices. Tap into the universe. They're not going to lead you wrong. Your spirit guides love you, want to see the best for you, Earth signs. They're not going to lead you wrong. And it is time to leave whatever the situation is that you just can't make a choice on. You waffle back and forth, Earth signs. It's time to leave because you haven't left this situation behind. Lots of regrets. Haven't been getting into your powers yet. What can we do for this week? Yeah, for this week, you're really going to need to remember who the hell you are, Earth signs. You have magic in your fingertips. You are intuitive, and it feels like you have forgotten that, Earth signs. Unfortunately, it feels like you have lost confidence. It feels like you've lost your flame, so to speak. If we've got this Queen of Wands in reverse, has her flame gone out? For some Earth signs, that might be exactly what's going on. You might have a lot of water, air, or fire energy in your birth chart, Earth signs, because so far I don't have any pentacle energy for you folks. That might change here in just a second. There is a person in your energy, people in your energy, who are keeping you from realizing how very powerful and how confident you really could be. These people strike at your confidence, because if you were to be confident, you would leave these people behind and you wouldn't participate with their shenanigans anymore. They want you in a headache space because they don't like you. And that's unfortunately something I had to give to air signs just a second ago. And that's maybe something that you want to watch, is the air signs energies for this week. Because again, we have swords, cups. We don't have any pentacles yet, Earth signs. They're trying to keep you away from your 10 of cups. This person wants you out of your power, wants you out of your head, wants you away from your confidence so that you don't know how to get to your 10 of cups as quickly as possible. Queen of Wands isn't going to have any problem summoning up her 10 of cups because she is a fragment of the Empress. Empress is connected to the Emperor. Their 10 of cups is together in the Lovers. They don't need to be separate, but here, this person is genuinely trying to separate you from your 10 of cups. They want you to continue to run around the church and never go inside for resources. They want you to continue to stay forever in your lack mindset. Oh, I'm never going to get to my 10 of cups because that's just not for me. Finally, we've got a Pentacles card for you folks, and it's about the lack mindset and about continually being in this space where you say to yourself, that's not for me, that's for other people. No, it is for you. It is exactly for you. Stop believing the people who don't like you, who want you to stay unempowered. You're exhausted. You're exhausted. You've had this lack mindset for a long time, Earth signs, whoever you may be. Take it as it resonates. You've had this for a very long time. You are exhausted. Anything could break you at this point. We're about to hit the straw that broke the camel's back. It's about to float down. Which one is it? Yeah, you're feeling incredibly defensive from people in general. This person is making your life awful and is, by extension, making other people's lives awful too. You may or may not have people attacking you apart from this one person. But because this one person does so much damage, you think that everybody around you is going to do the same kind of damage that this person is going to do. The universe wants you to know that new opportunities for loving yourself and loving people who deserve it are coming in. But there's the risk that you're going to miss these opportunities from the universe because you're in this energy of regret. I'm not strong enough. I want to be strong enough, but I'm not strong enough. I can't make a choice. I like this person. I don't want to let them go. They're going to keep you away from wonderful things for yourself. And again, I have just one pentacle card for you folks. Oh, okay, finally. Here's a second pentacle card for you folks after all these cards. Yeah, you're struggling to balance. Life is going to be so much easier to balance if you take these cups from the universe. Yeah, and I can definitely see how you can finish grieving for a little bit. This person has put you through a lot of grief. You need to heal, and that's part of what's going to heal this Queen of Wands energy to help you become the Empress. And again, there is no gender in tarot. It doesn't matter who you are, how you identify on the gender identity spectrum. You still need to be the person who nurtures your creative abilities, your emotions, your intelligence, all that kind of good stuff, your earthly resources. You need to be the kind of person who nurtures all of that. And this person doesn't want you to nurture yourself. They want you to spend your energy on them. Selfishness, ultimate selfishness. The universe is trying to manifest a Four of Wands situation for you, another happily ever after, where you celebrate, you know what, that Emperor energy. That's also like that. Number 4 is about the Emperor's energy, about celebrating being established in a new course of action, a new way of doing things for yourself that works well. You will need to do some juggling with the help of the universe. It won't be as stressful as the Two of Pentacles can often mean that it could be. Be careful that you're nurturing new ideas this week. Be careful that, I should say, if a new idea just comes in, hold on to that thought. You don't need to entertain it, work with it right then, but definitely with that Four of Cups energy, hold on to that thought for a little bit, work with it until it's ready to develop into something that can be upright and can, take flight, so to speak. But right now, we're working on some ideas, or you should be working on some ideas of getting away from this situation, Earth signs. And I'm afraid that you're kind of struggling to do that. I see Earth signs thinking about what they would like to do, daydreaming about it, but not actually taking action. Ideally, I would like to see you say, I know what to do. I'm going to try this new idea. Let's see what happens. Let's make some plans, for instance. That is some awesome energy that I'd like to see you folks in this week. Yeah. You are your own worst enemy. You are your own worst enemy when it comes to this situation. The universe is trying to get you out of it. You might be resisting. You might have welcomed this person back into your life because you felt guilty about pushing them out, Earth signs. You might still be at risk this week of believing lies that are long since obsolete, that should have been swept away for other things by now and haven't been, because you're kind of stuck in this energy of, I don't know what to do. I don't have any idea of what to do. I don't know how to plan. This week, the universe wants you to keep energy, keep resources for yourself, and also rethink about how you give to others. You might honestly be giving way too much to others, and coming into your own as the King of Wands might be the best way to stop giving too much to other people, to kind of equalize. You still need to give, right? That is part of what the universe wants to teach everybody, is how to give without taking too much away from us. And the universe is bringing balance to your situation. I wanted to say air signs just a second ago. You might have some air energy in your chart once again. But I see you folks, you struggle to bring balance back to your situation, so the universe is doing this for you, and this might be genuinely uncomfortable this week. It might be noisy in your house this week. It might not be that peaceful, especially if you have welcomed people back into your home that left before, that the universe wanted to leave. The universe wants you to learn to balance what you give yourself versus what you give to other people. I really feel like, earth signs, that you've been giving away way, way too much. Way too much of your energy. You haven't been loving yourself. You haven't been nurturing yourself. You haven't been seeing yourself as the empress, completely in charge of everything in your life. You don't see yourself that way because this person doesn't want you to see yourself this way. You have the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, both in reverse. This is a person in your life who says things, does things, steals from you, ultimately is a deeply destructive force in your life. You were supposed to have learned your lesson from being around this person. There is no reason to be around them anymore. And I can see that you might honestly be nostalgic about these habits because when they're stealing from you, that's how you feel like you're loved. Earth signs, please head to therapy for this. This is cognitive dissonance. People stealing from you is not affection. And unfortunately, I feel like some people may have grown up in an environment where their parents took mental energy from them. Their parents strategized, found ways to constantly take energy from their children. And you earth signs might still be in that habit where you think that giving up stuff that you shouldn't to people is how you love them. That's a habit that needs to be broken. You have been really, really struggling with this. In fact, I don't think that you've been thinking about this at all. I don't think you've been working on this. I think that you've been avoiding it entirely because that means digging deep all the way to the first people that you ever knew and questioning how they raised you for the first time in your life. And you'll never find happiness, true happiness, until you do take the time, earth signs, to be alone, to go into an introspective space, to receive all the downloads from the universe you possibly can, to allow the universe to shape you into who you want to be. You are never going to be completely happy if you don't. Your happiness is always going to be surface level, and you'll always be asking, is there more? Is that it? For the moment, until you start flowing with what the universe wants, yes, your burden is going to be greatly increased. It's not going to be happiness, not true happiness. It won't be true joy. It's just going to be surface level self-medication for a moment, not even self-help. You're going to be stuck until the universe says, well, until you say to the universe, I agree with you. I'm going to go with your flow, and I'm going to let go of these people in my life that don't serve me anymore. I see you being very afraid, earth signs, to explore any new thoughts, any new ways of thinking, any new ways of strategizing about your earthly circumstances, about connecting back to the universe with that air energy. Again, we associate gods with being up in the mountains and in the air. You're not connected to this energy. You're not connected to your spirit guides. You're not moving forward at all. In this picture, the knight is running, but you're not running at all. You're standing still, unfortunately, with this Ten of Wands also in reverse. You can't be happy, truly, genuinely happy, until you move into what the universe wants you to do. You must vibe. You must flow with the universe. You have the King of Swords in reverse. You are going to find happiness this week when you can start taking steps towards being the King of Swords upright, being the complete master of how you think about yourself, of others, how you strategize about your situations, how you talk, how you about yourself, to others. King of Swords energy is highly expressive, and right now it's in reverse. You are going to find your happiness by completely expressing yourself, and the safest place to do that might be with a therapist. You have a Tower situation coming this week. Air signs, if you are working on becoming high vibing, in order to reach your happiness, you must first go through this Tower moment, and you must become this King of Swords. And I feel like this King of Swords is going to go through the fire, so to speak, in order to go through this tower situation, in order to get to the other side, to be happy, fully happy, genuinely happy. Air signs, please vibe high. Get in touch with the gods, with your spirit guides. If you need to go to the mountains, that hermit energy, please do so, okay? This week you have your work cut out for you, air signs. Earth signs, excuse me. And again, you may have some Earth, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra in your chart. Take care of yourselves this week.